So I'm gonna give some people some information to stay healthy during this the cold season with the flus and pneumonias and corona. Uh, just to stay healthy, of course. Wash your hands and try to wash your doorknobs, everything like that. Keep them clean. Using alcohol wipes, stuff like that. Keep your hands clean. There's a whole there's more information coming out about the corona thing as far as wearing a mask. Some There's this thing going around about the Spanish flu got really bad with bacterial pneumonias killing people because of masks. I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to say to wear a mask or don't wear a mask. I just wear a covering, face covering, when there's a crowded area, a grocery store or something like that. I don't believe that it works, honestly, because it's not an N99 or better. But to appease the the stores and some of the bogus information that's getting told to them, no one really knows, and no one's going to tell you the truth for a long time. So as far as trying to eat healthy and keep herbs and good food in your diet, I've been eating a meat-based diet for about 2 years now. Basically because of my blood sugar was out of whack, and I was eating a ton of sugar. So in order to fix it, that's what I did. I went on a meat-based diet. I know there's some people that go on a vegan diet or a vegetarian diet or whatever type of a diet and they get healthy. That's cool. Whatever your preference is. Anyway, the things that are really good for to help defeat viruses and bacterial issues in your system is oregano, dandelion, thyme, ginger, turmeric, garlic, cayenne, nutmeg. Let me see here. Ginseng, basil, which is you can use sweet or holy, fennel, lemon balm and peppermint go into the teas, and elderberry. My family makes elderberry juice, a little bit tart, but it works really well. Something that people have been using, and it's been shown to actually start working against the corona, is licorice. So I've never used licorice. I've read about it, though. It can raise your blood pressure up, so be careful with licorice. So if you have high blood pressure problems, you might want to try something like garlic instead. And garlic's amazing. So is cayenne. You can make these like if you have garbage in your lungs and you're having issues. One of the things that I've done when I've had back when I caught pneumonia, it was I think about 6 years ago. Everybody that I was around got pneumonia, and they started getting. I mean, there was people going to the hospital and getting on IVs and staying for nights, but I never did. I got pneumonia, but I beat it within 8 days. And how I did it was I was taking oregano and garlic and cayenne. I would mix my cayenne with because I'd get junk in there, in the bronchial tubes, and I couldn't breathe, man. I hate that. That's like one of the most that's one of the frightening things, I guess, is suffocation, obviously, with anybody. So, but I would make it into a drink, by putting a little bit of cayenne pepper on a drink. You can drink down like V8 type drinks, or you can do aloe vera juice with sprinkle a little bit of cayenne on it. And I make weird concoctions. I know some people are like, I wouldn't even mix that and smell it, let alone drink it. So, but I've blended peppers up in my protein drinks, to jalapenos and habaneros and stuff like that for the lungs. Anything that's hot will help bring all that garbage out, and it does work. So I put, like I said, in my aloe vera, I'll sprinkle a little bit of cayenne, and then I put the apple cider vinegar, only like a tablespoon, and then lemon juice. And that concoction will actually help bring a lot of that garbage out of your lungs. And you might have to drink, that 3 or 4 times a day, 5 times a day, not excessive amounts, obviously, but doing things like that will help you have a better chance of survival if you catch some viral or bacterial pneumonia. But if some people they go and they don't go to the doctor, and they're just thinking that they're fine. But if you go and get on, you take care of yourself you might have to go get, like for bacterial pneumonia, I believe they give you antibiotics. So, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, and also eating healthy. As far as like certain herbs, you're going to have to look them up individually, because if you have a bleeding issue, like you have thin blood or whatever, some of these herbs can cause you to bleed excessively. Like oregano can cause you to bleed excessively. So I took too much of that at one time, and I had a bloody nose, and I bled like crazy, and I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital over that. So they're all good in small amounts over days of taking them. Like I take, like I can eat cayenne and stuff and it doesn't affect me. I'm taking, a reasonable amount in a day, like half a teaspoon or a teaspoon doesn't really bother me, but anything over that, I've never really pushed for. So, but I love, I put cayenne on my food all the time, every single day. And I eat peppers and all kinds of, different peppers like that. And it all works really well. I don't know, I'm a big fan of hot, spicy foods. So, but anyway, the other things that I wanted to say, some of the things that lead up to pneumonia and things like that, is when you have sinus infection. Like right now I have a little bit of sinus congestion. So my routine, what I do for sinus congestion is I go in and use a saline nasal spray, and I spray it up there, back in my head for a while, 5-10 seconds each side. I let it sit like that for a bit, and then I blow it out. And sometimes every single time I do it twice, but sometimes I do it as much as 4 or 5 times and get all that garbage out, and then I can breathe. If you have sinus issues and you lay on your back and you let it go down into your lungs, and you start inhaling that, that snot and that garbage, it gets into your bronchial tubes, and you get bronchitis. And then if you can't get it out of your bronchial tubes, it goes in deeper, and then you get, pneumonia. So all that stuff is important. If you get bronchitis or pneumonia, you shouldn't lay on your back. You shouldn't lay on your face either, but I lay on my side. And whenever I've had breathing issues, I lay on my side. You're less likely to suffocate on snot and stuff like that. So you might have to go to the doctor and get some it's like a breathing treatment, and so they'll give you a breathing treatment, or you can get one and bring it home, and you put these little little tubes in there, and then in the other breathing apparatus, and then you'll inhale it, and it breaks that stuff up, and then you can cough it out. It's an amazing. It's probably one of my favorite doctor things that they've ever given me is to fix that garbage. So I've about I guess 8 years ago, my whole family caught aspergillus, and that's how I got rid of that, was with that. At the same time, I was taking garlic and cayenne and ginger and aloe vera, which is recommended also for that kind of thing. So I did the combination of it, and I beat that crap super quick. And I didn't have any issues, you know, from it. After that, my lungs cleared right up. Um, so there's all that. So hopefully this helps somebody, and y'all take care, and try to stay healthy and pass good knowledge around. If you know some better stuff than I know on here, send me some info. Help each other out. Put comments on here. Everybody needs a little bit of help. So, but always be careful of herbs. You can overdose on herbs. You can thin your blood up, or you can cause high blood pressure. Licorice is one of those things, like I said, that can raise your blood pressure up dangerously. So if you take it, it should be limited, you know. So in order to beat whatever you got, you could just take small doses. Check with an herbalist. They usually know what they're talking about. But it's supposed to be real good. So try it all. Be careful, and good luck. Please leave comments, and if you like it, please follow.